Hey guys, Elizabeth Quinn here again with Elizabeth's Scenes and Scents. Welcome back to my channel. Please don't forget to check out my website, which is waftingwonderfulwax.scentsy.us, where I'm Liz Quinn, your star Scentsy consultant, and the things that we are talking about for this catalog will be available March the 1st of 2024. So this is part 2. I wasn't sure how long the video would be, so I wanted to break it when we got through the first largest categories, but I don't know that I really needed to do 2 parts, but here we go. We're going to start back up sniffing through the spring-summer catalog with the florals. Aloha Citrus is the first one on the roster, and this is Tangerine, Jade Blossom, and Vetiver. I love this. I really love it in a car bar, which they bring back every year, thankfully. It's a really light, floaty scent. The Jade Blossom is unique. It's slightly sweet and tart, and it's just gorgeous. So it's popular enough that it keeps coming back, even though the performance is not booming. The next one is called Evening Sky. This is brand new, and it smells very much to me like you took Mountain Sunset and Dashing and mixed them together. And it's beautiful. I am looking forward to melting this. I just have only gotten through about half of the new releases so far. So this one with the bergamot, the Madagascar vanilla, and that midnight lily, it's just soft and elegant. Next we have an old gold standard, and that is French lavender. This is just wild lavender from the hills of France. I think that's exactly what this says. Pure herbal fragrance of wild lavender from the hills of France. See, I have read this a few times. And it is so good. Like, this to me is as though you have really classy, classic lavender with just a hint of marshmallow. Nobody besides me says that, but that's what I get. And it's so good. And it lasts a long time in the warmer at a medium level. So then the next one that we have is a really, really good scent. And that is hibiscus, pineapple, and mandarin. It is a fruity floral that is very pleasant in the home. Oh, it's so good. There's almost like a creaminess. I don't really understand how you get creamy, or I get creamy from hibiscus, but excuse me. Oh, we have that pineapple and mandarin, which just makes something so nice and fruity juicy, and then the hibiscus flower, and I'm sorry, but there was something itchy there. Kukui and coconut, tropical coconut, kukui nut, and jasmine. This is beautiful. And it's a little bit softer, but if you've had your bars for a couple years, possibly, it has enough fragrance now and enough oomph. This tester's been sitting for a bit, that I am so glad that they brought this back for the catalog after they did it as a summer collection bar a couple years ago, and they brought it back again. I put it into my club over the winter season because I did not want to be without it this year. So Scentsy says that it's tropical coconut, kukui nut, and jasmine, and that kukui nut has this rich warmth to it, and the jasmine is lovely. It's so good. Very beachy. Lilacs and violets. This is a classic spring scent. It's very old-fashioned. It's nice and strong. So if you want a traditional floral, this is probably the one for you. It is good. My friend Jessica, who only does 2 scents, well, now she does 3. She likes snowberry too now. And I have Black Forest Pine for her in my club, and she loves her lilacs and violets in the spring, summer. Her whole, melt 2 bars of it a year if she's having a good year kind of a lady. Okay, Luna, best-selling fragrance. This is just one of those absolute classics. It's light and sweet and floral. Actually, I think this tester might be going off. This one almost smells like, yeah, I don't know. I might need to order a new tester. But it's supposed to be jasmine, sweet pea, freesia, juicy berries, and sandalwood. Who knows how old this is, because as consultants, unless you choose to specifically pay for a separate full tester kit, you get in the typical bundles that they will offer you a transitional kit of testers, but the old standbys that are always in the catalog, these are several years old for me now. So it might be time for me to update and get a new one, because that actually just smells like weathered leather, which is really weird. Okay, but that is supposed to be floaty and light and sweet and such a popular scent. Next, we have a new one called Moon Orchid, which is bright bergamot, night blooming jasmine, and vanilla orchid. I did already melt this. It is sultry. It is reasonably strong. It's good. It's better than I thought it would be as far as cold sniff to warm review. Very nice, elegant scent. I think we were missing a moody, sultry floral, and so I'm glad they put that in. Peace Lily be with you. White peace lily, green apple, watery greens, and vanilla. I thought I was going to love this last year, and to me it just smells like Pert shampoo. It's strong. It's crisp. It's good, but it's just not one I like in my home. But a lot of people really have enjoyed that. The next one in floral is going to be Wild Cherry and Sakura. I've not melted this yet, but on cold sniff, oops, no it's not. This is Starburst Sky. I got ahead of myself. Starburst Sky is sweet apple, whipped vanilla, creamy coconut, and amber blossom. I think this is very pretty. It's in several products now in this catalog. And some people get a cigarette smoke thing out of this. People also got that from Satin Sheets back in the day. It's just the combination of notes. For me, it's not like that, and I do think it's a good bar. It's a good performer, and it's nice. Now we're going to do Wild Cherry and Sakura. This is the new one. Haven't melted this yet. It looks as though it will be elegant and kind of medium throw. Wild Cherry, Sakura Blossom, and Pink Jasmine. It'll be a cherry floral. We'll see. It's not like your really strong Japanese cherry blossom from Bath & Body Works, though. That is definitely more subtle. All right, now we get to one of the biggest catalog sections for this spring-summer season, and that is the fresh category. Aloe water and cucumber, as I said in my first video, the tester's MIA. I need to put a new one in my next order, but that is aloe water, cucumber peel, palm frond, and pineapple nectar. It is sharp, it's tart, and it is actually a very, very good performer, which is surprising. So if you like things that border on crisp and clean with a little bit of sweet, that is a good one. Then we've got my beloved Amazon Rain. This is one of my favorite Always Stays in the Catalog classic scents. This is sweet and gentle and just so pretty. So Scentsy says that this has melon, orange zest, coconut milk, and jasmine. It's medium strength, but it's a good solid medium. It's not wimpy, and it is excellent for spring and early summer in your home. It's very tropical and lush, but unlike Blue Grotto, where I could say all that about that, but it's very sharp and zingy and super strong, this one's more mild-mannered and it's more rounded and gentle. So good, and no strong orange like the other one. Bamboo and Rainfall. This is brand new, and I have not melted it yet, but I think I'm going to like it. It's crisp, it's clean, it's a little bit sweet and sharp at the same time, so it doesn't have that pungent sharpness that Starburst Bamboo had. I really didn't like that bar a few years ago. This one's Rainfall, Fresh Bamboo, and melon water, and it's a good one. And then Banana Leaf and Bamboo is next, and that is White Peach, Banana Leaf, Aged Bamboo, and Sheer Mahogany. This is a deeper, more moody bar in comparison to the last one. I think they probably melt pretty nicely together. This one's more mellow, more earthy. I really like this. It's a good bar for spring. Very nice, and that is going to come in Counter Clean and cleaning products this spring season. By the Sea. Here is an old school Scentsy standard classic. It's so good, though. It is salty, sea air, water, a little bit of dune grass. Scentsy says this is ocean and seaside grass. It is. It is beautiful. It's great for when you want to feel like you're out by the beach. It's nice and strong. Now, I used to have trouble with performance on this, and then all of a sudden one day it just switched, and now I get a booming performance. I do not understand what happened with that, because for years I couldn't get a lot out of this, and then it's just something different. Maybe something in my home changed. I don't know. It's great. Clean Breeze. Now here we come to the couple that I personally cannot melt. These next two. Clean Breeze is very strong. It's laundry. It's a little softer than the next one I'm going to share with you. It's white florals and laundry, and it's springy and it's fresh. And for many people, this is good. These two give me a headache immediately. Like, I can even feel it just doing the tester, so I cannot melt them in my house. The next one is Clothesline. Oh, I cannot do that bar. I'm trying it in laundry because I'm going to be brave, but I cannot do the bar. Greens, orange flower, violet, white wicker basket. It smells kind of like florals and crisp linen to me, and like I can feel in my head just from that I cannot do it. We need to move on. Coconuts for coconuts. If you want the strongest, best performing thing I think Scentsy's ever invented, it's Clothesline. Coconuts for coconuts. Ocean breeze weaves along a coastline lush with wild coconut and tiara flower. This is really good. This is strong, but it's in a way I like. This is delicious. And they changed the wax to white. It was sort of a creamy yellow, and it was messing with people's minds because coconuts are white. They're not supposed to be yellow, right? It's so good. So this was new spring, summer a couple years ago, and I'm glad it keeps coming back. This is that wild coconut, and it has sort of it says ocean breeze. I don't get a lot of wateriness or breeziness. I just get really nice coconut with a hint of floral. Next is Daydream Oasis, and this is good. This is a middle of the road, nice green, aquatic, fresh with a tiny bit of floral on it. It's so nice. It's so nice. So Scentsy says that this one is sweet melon, pear leaf, and water lily, and that water lily gives it that little bit of almost aquatic and floral at the same time. Jammy time. Here is a wonderful Scentsy classic bar. just makes me happy. I have 2 bricks. I really need to melt some of this. It's a powerhouse. And because I struggle some with laundry, some days this is too much for me, even though I love it so much. But it's so good, you guys. And in laundry products, this is my favorite scent by far. So this one, with its baby freesia, it's lavender, and it's sweet pea. For me, it is bunny slippers and bubble bath. I love this smell. It's so, so good. You have to try it. Even if you're scared of laundry, you got to try that one. All right, Just Breathe. Here is another old school Scentsy classic that a lot of people love. I don't personally really enjoy this bar. I think my husband likes it more. It's quite tart and sharp. It's got eucalyptus, lemon, and mint. Yes, it has all of that, and it certainly has that personality. So it's sort of Vicks Vapor Rub, but classier, and a lot of people find that to be really, really good. If you have a large space that's hard to scent and you like crisp and clean, that's a good one. Then we've got Lake My Day. This was new last year. It was a runaway hit. It had great sales. It is so nice. And if you've ever met my husband, which I know he doesn't like to come on the channel anymore, I think he's kind of over it. Like, he loves people, but he's got too many other things to do. So I'm like, do you want to come on? He's like, no, I'm good. But if you want to meet him, you can go back like a year at least and see some stuff. I'm saying all that because this smells like my husband's cologne. I love this smell. It just makes me think of Gregory. And it is Lake Waves, crisp bergamot, and fresh oak moss. Oh, like, some men, their cologne is dark and is sophisticated, and he actually has a bottle of regular Polo, which he likes. I don't like it on him, because to me, this is what my husband smells like. He's Mr. Sunshine and happiness and bubbliness and outdoors, and he's always been into sports and all that kind of stuff. That's my man. So it's really good, even if you don't have a man to pin that smell on. Then we have Magnolia Linen. It's a medium level too, and it'll be in other products in the catalog. I just got carried away. Magnolia Linen is sun-washed linen, magnolia, and honeysuckle. And this is one where some days I can do this smell, and some days it's too much laundry. It's very elegant. This definitely makes me think of a woman who might read Traditional Home magazine, and she's just got all of her laundry beautifully folded, and she has one of those gorgeous walk-in closets where everything's neat and tidy. That's not how my house is. And this is just so nice with the honeysuckle, and the linen isn't too much, which is hard to do. Make a Splash, Dewy Melon, Green Apple, and Turquoise Waters. I have never liked this bar, but so many people love it. And it's very crisp with more apple and then some melon, and the turquoise water is almost like the turquoise water note from Bath & Body Works all mixed together. It's a very good performer, but it's just not my particular favorite. Now, I would melt that over, say, Clothesline, but Mountain Sunset, oh, wow. This is gorgeous. One of the best things they invented last year. It's so creamy and subtle, and my bars have had time to cure. They're good medium and lasted a whole 24 hours very nicely, because I just had this weird craving 2 weeks ago to melt a bar. It's so good. So this is Wild Bluebell, Warm Woods, Coconut, and Golden Amber, and it is greater than the sum of its parts, and it is so sophisticated and lovely. Newborn Nursery, fresh, clean, and powdery. Yeah, it smells just like I powdered my sweet little baby's butt and just stuck her in her crib. It's baby powder. There's nothing more to it. People love it. I'm not one of them, but I would melt that again over a Clothesline. Okay, next we've got Palm Trees and Ocean Breeze. This was a runaway hit one summer. I don't remember which month it was sent to the month. It kept selling out. They kept restocking it. It's so good, you guys. This reminds me of like South Carolina, being on the Atlantic coast where there's palm trees, and we're not quite down to Florida yet. I don't even know why I make that up, because I barely even vacation down there. But that's what I always think of. Palm leaf, coconut water, and ocean breeze. It's so good. You have to try this if you like beachy, aquatic, and sweet at all. And the sweetness is what makes that one so different. I love it. Whipped vanilla lavender. Why is this in fresh rather than floral? I do have to ask that, since French lavender is in the floral category. This is a little bit sweeter, more complex type of lavender. If the French lavender is either too boring or a little bit just too much herb for you, this one's a little bit nicer. Although, personally, I think the French lavender performs better. I will melt them both. It's coconut milk, whipped lavender, and whipped vanilla and English lavender. So the other one is sharp French lavender, and this one is English lavender, maybe a little more mild-mannered, you know? I don't know. the War of the Roses was a long time ago, and that was between the English. But then the English and the French picked fights for hundreds of years, so, let's not continue that. Okay, white amber and silk. Warm amber, bergamot, and comforting cotton. This is a really good, sophisticated scent, and it performs. First year that we had this, it wasn't very good because it needed a lot of time to figure out its notes and find itself. But once it cured for a good 6 to 8 months, this thing is a powerhouse. It is very sophisticated. The same lady who would have magnolia linen would melt this. It's so nice. Scentsy says that it's warm amber, bergamot, and comforting cotton. It's great. So if I want to go laundry, that's what I will melt. And I actually wish, even though I love my white amber antique, that they had put that in the laundry line. Woodland Meadow. Now, this bar is another one of the new releases. I struggled with it last year. I melted what was left of my one bar or second bar. I think I did try it one more time a couple weeks ago, and I loved it. So I think it depends on time of year with certain scents. This was very good. It's sort of fresh and cologne-y without being too much cologne. Woodland Wildflowers, Forest Canopy, Bergamot, and Amber. Yes, it's all that. You could really almost put this in woods. I think it might be better categorized as a woods bar. But I liked it, and I'm going to get some more. If you liked Red Cedar and Sage from our Bring Back My Bar, you should try Woodland Meadow if you haven't. There are some similarities. So then our last page here is going to be Woods, Bakery, and Spice. So Woods starts out with our best seller, Bonfire Beach. Oh, you guys, this is one of Scentsy's classics. This is the only thing in our catalog that really has marshmallow. Toasted marshmallow, white flint, which is a rock, sandalwood, salty sea air, and ocean spray. This is so good. It comes in a car bar. I wish that this thing came like in body cream, and I don't think we get it as a fragrance flower. I would love it in a fragrance flower. It's so good. Like, if I had to do a top 10, this is definitely way up there. You have to try that bar if you haven't, please. All right, the next one, medium throw. It's got lots of different notes going on. It'll give you different things at different times. If you still have Vanilla Waves, that mixed with Bonfire Beach is a fabulous one-to-one or alternate warmer combo. Coastal Sunset. Now, here's another one I personally love, almost as much as Bonfire Beach, but I don't know if everybody will like this one as well. It's a little bit more niche kind of a scent, I think. But it's amazing. This is so musky. It's got beautiful creamy coconut, sandalwood, and amethyst amber. Whatever amethyst amber is, it does beautiful things for this. This comes in a car bar, and I think this one does come in a fragrance flower. That is phenomenal. It's a good performer. Dashing. This one is a carryover from our fall-winter collection, and I had said when I smelled Evening Sky, it's as though these two had gotten married. And my friend Robin said the same thing, except she said it's like these two had a baby. That's where you get Evening Sky from these two. Dashing is gorgeous. I haven't melted a ton of it because in the fall winter I wasn't feeling it, but I think I might like it more for spring summer. So this is vanilla, creamy mahogany, and fresh night skies. It's really, really nice. And if you like Bonfire Beach, you should try that. Then we have Mystery Man, who's just our classic. He's been around the block, but still very classy and sophisticated man kind of cologne scent. But to me, this is not creative or new. This has definitely been around for a while kind of a profile. So we've got white cedar, verbena, and bergamot. It does perform very well, and people love it. But I have one a couple down that to me, this is the really amazing masculine scent of the catalog. Anyway, the next one is Sandalwood Tangerine, which is white cedar, tangerine, and sandalwood. So this is nice too. I don't know if I'll get a bar this year. I might. It's got an interesting mixture of notes. And to me, this smells all the world like Wildflower Cotton, which we don't have as a bar. It was Mother's Day last year, and now we're getting his laundry. I'll probably get a small thing of laundry to try it, but I don't know. Because they're very similar. And this bar, some people love it. There's something in these notes that makes it so I might melt a bar, but I'm not going to get 6. So the white cedar, the tangerine, and the sandalwood. It's good. Then there's Weathered Leather. And I have friends who love this, so I'm not disrespecting you, but this scent is so strong. And yes, it's leathery, but to me there is a plastic or a burning note with the leather, and I don't care for it. So it is always in the catalog. Thank God last year Saddle Up came back and I threw it in my club, and then we had this amazing Open Plains collection, and I put Hometown Cowboy and Under the Oak Tree all in my quarterly because I like leather scents, but Weathered Leather is way too much for me and always has been. And then last but not least, my absolute favorite manly smell that they've made. white amber antique, and thankfully Gregory loves this too. I need to get him a cologne that smells like this. This is amber, teak, and bergamot, and it is like if Mystery Man has been around for a while. This is younger, not too young, but this is younger. It's more fresh. It's more, I don't know. And there's warmth, which Mystery Man is all cold notes. This is warm notes, and I love it. It's so good. Okay, so now we have bakery, and we have a little bit of spice. Baked apple pie. It's always in the catalog, thank God. It's one of my favorites. Other consultants don't like this nearly as much as me. I don't know what the deal is. Maybe it's just my house. It's so good. It's warm, bubbly, crusty, juicy, gorgeous baked apples. And a little bit of crust, not much crust. Then we come to blueberry cheesecake, which I don't really like. Oh, God. This tester is another one where maybe I need to get a new one, because on top of the notes that it's supposed to have, it's got a funk. It's supposed to be graham crackers and blueberry and cheesecake. And most people get that, and I know it's very popular and it's a bestseller, but for me, I get the sour notes, and it's just not a good thing in my home. The next one is Cake Me to Paradise. Can I let you guys in on a little secret? This is so good. This is so good, you guys. It was good and strong. I'm afraid it's going to be kind of like apple cherry strudel, though, that it's strong for a while and then it dies, but I put this in this morning, and I'm going to have a really positive review on this. It is delicious. We're going on a cruise in about 2 weeks, and it just put me in the mood to totally feel like I was on the boat. So this is sweet cake, juicy oranges, and island rum, and it is effervescent and happy and juicy and really nice. The next one's going to be lemon drizzle cake. Now, this is an excellent performer. It just wasn't my favorite scent. There is a tartness to this that to me is almost like lemon and honey. It's almost medicinal, and I don't care for it. I still have, I think, half a bar or so kicking around. I mix this with sugar cookie, and then it's an excellent lemon bakery performer. It just has certain notes that are not my favorite. So after that, we've got Mochadoodle, and here's another one where some people swear by this bar. I cannot get this thing to perform for like worth beans in my house. It always smells burned, whereas I have Perk Me Up in my club, which is not an awesome coffee bar, but it doesn't smell burned, so I keep it there for that reason. So this is coffee beans, cocoa, cream, sugar, caramel. It's beautiful if you don't get the burned note. I know people love it. Strawberry lemon cake. This is a happy bar that we had last year for our one of the scent of the months in spring. I think March. It's very nice. So it's a nice, heavy on the buttercream, strawberry and lemon scent. There's a little bit of cake, but there's a lot more buttercream there. Then we've got our classic vanilla bean buttercream. Everybody likes this. Ooh, gosh, that one's oily. It's just really good, strong vanilla buttercream with some sugar cane. Excellent mixer, good by itself. I am so happy to report that although I think this new one, the Very Vanilla, probably needs a little bit of time to cure, it's good. It's beautiful, sweet, classic vanilla. Unlike the vanilla bean buttercream, this one's not really bakery. It's creamy vanilla and tonka bean. It's gorgeous, you guys. It makes me so happy. This was in the warmers. I used 2 warmers, 2 cubes each, the same room. So I used this beauty right here, which is the new Sunset Sands. You guys have got to get your hands on that. Oh, it's so good. It's an excellent performer. It's a gorgeous warmer. It's all the things you want. It's not too crazy priced. You got to get that warmer. Anyway, Very Vanilla did hold up in the room. It's floaty. Like if you're going to compare it to Vanilla Cream or Simply Vanilla, which I do have both of those in my club, at least right now. The Simply Vanilla, I think, partly because those bars have had years to cure. Like they've been sitting in my house for forever. I think the Simply Vanilla is a little bit more consistent. The Vanilla Cream's a little stronger. But this Very Vanilla is very similar to Simply Vanilla. Give it 6 months to cure. I did get beautiful, sweet, floaty vanilla all day long. It did not go away. And I asked one of my daughters to stick her nose in the warmer. And I said, do you smell a little bit of marshmallow now that this has been melting for hours? And she said, yes. So there is a really nice sweetness in this that is layered. And it must be the tonka bean. Be patient with this because it'll probably take a little while for it to gather its strength. But this Very Vanilla, I think, is going to be a good bar. And it's a now you smell it, now you don't kind of a scenario, at least right now. But when I could smell it over the course of a whole day, it was just amazing. It's one that floats. Like you can't smell it when you're up next to the warmer, but all of a sudden you'll be 10 feet away and you'll be like, I'm smelling vanilla. It's really interesting. That is why I came up with the idea of floaty to begin with, because it's hard to describe a scent where you think you should be able to look at, get right up next to the warmer, look into the dish and smell something, right? Some bars don't do that. Some bars, you find it out in the room. It's weird. Anyway, so then we've got 2 left, cinnamon, vanilla, and welcome home. And I am a spice girl, and it's so sad that in the summertime they kill the whole spiced catalog. So I always put a bunch of that in my club. Cinnamon vanilla was even in fall winter. They've carried it over now. It is really good, equal parts cinnamon and vanilla and a little bit of coconut cream. It's just nice. It's a good spice scent for summer because it's not too strong, not too hot. So if you wanted to do cinnamon, vanilla in some warmers, very vanilla in others, and vanilla bean buttercream in other warmers, you'd be like all vanillaed out for the week. And then, look how juicy this one is. We have welcome home, which is a really nice, more standard cinnamon and sweet kind of a scent. It's just a good, almost like cinnamon sugar toast. So my battery life is about to go, but this is everything that's in the catalog, part 2 of our spring summer 2024, and it's really nice. You guys let me know what you're most excited about or what you are happy to see return. Have a great day, guys. Bye. God bless. Bye-bye.